Wow, just wow. Okay, here we are, November. Let me get the date right. November 17th, 2025. Woke up this morning, got a message from Parteehard. It says, bro, I'm thinking about getting my own truck. I really want to be gone more, but everyone is saying getting your own truck is the only way. I only want to work about 6 months total every year. What are the Russians doing to these truck drivers? Josh, you started this, Josh. This is your fault. And it's up to Andrew to come clean it up. Now, as y'all know, Josh, he Josh, my favorite lease driver. He been trying to, if y'all ain't paying attention, he been trying to lower his expenses. He want to get his own authority. He want to get paid every day. He want a little bit more freedom. So since Josh is the leader of leasing, and he's bringing his expenses down, he want more freedom, I'm expecting everybody else to follow suit. Now, my man Parteehard here done a live feed this morning. About 3 in the morning, I was able to catch it, and I kind of saw, what he's looking for and the reason for it, and watching how the Russians are pulling his leg right now, playing a dispatcher game and stuff like that. Got him on 34-hour reset. As y'all know, some of these Russian companies are not really letting these guys run two law-books like that. They make you take 34-hour resets. Not just at his company, but I got a bunch of Russian people, not Russian people, but a bunch of y'all that's at Russian companies that's got the same thing going on. They kind of slowing down on the loads. And the problem is, a lot of you guys are running an extremely high cost of operation that was pretty much based on you guys running 2 and 3 logbooks. And when you pull the plug on these logbooks, it's not enough gross to cover all the expenses. Therefore, these drivers are walking away with barely any paychecks, pennies on the dollars, and until things get back better. And on top of that, you got freight for driving paying less than $2 a mile right now in majority of the United States. I try to put up a map from DAT so y'all can see what's going on. But let me answer some questions Parteehard had in this video. The first question, he wants to know, where is he going to park this truck when he do go over to Dominican Republic, he go, visit family or whatever the case may be? He wants to know, man, where am I going to park this truck? I can't just leave it at the truck stop, man, because I'm pretty sure he's thinking it's going to get towed. And more than likely, after about a week of the truck sitting there, depending on what truck stop is at, mostly a mom and papa how you towed, Love's, Pallet, and all that, depending on how much parking they got, they may not even notice you. But where can he park the truck? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked a cash truck driver. See, a cash truck driver, we got those type of answers for you. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull up a map right now. This website is called, I'm not looking at the website, guys, so I think it's called truckparkingclub.com. If I got it wrong, hopefully y'all can see it on the screen. But on this particular website, no matter where you are in the United States, no matter what city, no matter what state, if you're on the West Coast, the East Coast, Chicago, Illinois, there's always a place to park a truck and a trailer, or just a bobtail. You go on this website, you find the area you located in. I'm going to show y'all some places up in Chicago. Mainly, I'm going to look at Juliet, Illinois. And as y'all can see, it gives you the location. It tells you the daily price, the weekly price, the monthly price. It shows you, is it gated in? Do they have cameras? Is it open 24/7? Do they got security? What amenities do they have? All you guys got to do when you're ready to go home is just park in one of these areas, or, for the most part, Parteehard, if he get a truck, he's going to be leased on to a carrier. So really all he got to do is just park at the terminal. If they have a terminal, depending on where he lease on to, he can just park his truck at the terminal. But this is if the carrier ain't got no terminal or you got your own authority. Guys, there's plenty of places to park. Like I said, I'll show y'all around the Illinois area. Then, you know, he like to fly to Florida, so I'll show him down there towards the Miami area. They got parking down there too. It costs a little bit more to park down there in Florida, you know, for a month. I think I saw like $500 for the month or $400 something for the month. But you'll have to weigh the cost of your airplane ticket versus the cost of parking. And that's if you need a whole month. That's how much it costs. And yes, you can pay for more than 1 month. You know, it's month to month, okay? Month to month, or week to week, or however you want to pay it. You can pay daily. You can pay where, if that's too much for you, you ain't got to fly to Florida. You can just look on that map, maybe it's some other state that's way cheaper. Me personally, I only pay $100 a month to park my semi-trucks, so it's definitely places that's way cheaper. But this is just to give you an idea of where you can park a semi-truck so we can get the myth out of where am I going to park the truck. And also, if you was to get a cash truck, and let's just say your money got funny, you don't really got it like that, you got some type of big breakdown, once again, no matter what state you in, no need to panic. No need to panic. Hey, man, you know a regular truck got to come pick you up. You thinking, man, this is gonna be something big, some big breakdown, man, $7, $8, $10, $20,000. I ain't got it. You ain't got to have it. All you need to do is hire the record money. Usually, wherever you break down at, you can once again go back on that truck parking club. And if you know you ain't got the money, just call up a bunch of different record companies and ask, hey, look, I'm broke down here. There's a little parking space over here. They charge $200, $300 a month. How much to tow me over here and drop me right there? Short distances, they usually charge about $5 a mile. So if you're going 30 miles, they're going to charge you $5 a mile. Sometimes it's there and back is what they charge. And then they got like a $250 drop fee. Probably about $700, $800 somewhere right in there. So as long as you got that, you may not have the breakdown money, but as long as you got that, you'll be able to get your truck towed to, you know, whatever parking space you need to, and it can sit there forever. Oh, Andrew, what do I do from now? Then you go get a regular 1099 job or whatever type of job you need, stack your money up to do the maintenance, the repairs, have it towed to a shop, get it fixed up, and you quit that job, go right back into your truck. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Of course, you guys always got ChatGPT to help you out. If you got any questions, because sometimes we don't have all the answers. Fuel cards. You got to understand, when you get your own truck, all that paying pump price, all that's over with. We don't pay pump price. As a cash truck driver, the number one goal is to keep all the money in our pocket, not some of the money. I was hearing you say you was giving away $4,000 a month in truck payments. The goal of a cash truck driver is to keep the $4,000 in our pocket. That's $4,000 you can use for maintenance every month. That's $4,000 you can have sitting in your bank account every month. Why would you need to pay the Russians $1,000 a week for a truck? For what? That's money that could be going in your pocket, not their pocket. You don't even know if they paying $1,000 a freaking week for a truck. We don't know what Pimpsky charging them. But what we do know is that's money that could be going in your pocket, and you decide what you want to do with it. What if you drive a truck for a whole month and it don't break down? That's $4,000 you get to keep. That's $4,000 in your pocket. Shit. Start a truck. I see you was looking at the Freightliner Classic. Nothing wrong with the Freightliner Classic, but I saw you was looking at the Cat engine. As a first-time truck owner, the only engine I recommend is a Detroit. And since you want the Classic, you want something old school, something 2007 and older, I can only recommend a 12.7 Detroit 60 series or 14 liter. That'll be up to you. But those are the only two engines I would recommend, mainly because anybody can work on them. The truck stop, the mom and pop, the dealership, and you. Everybody can work on it. That's right. It's the cheapest engine to maintain. It's the cheapest engine to buy parts for. It ain't a lot of parts on it. You get broke down up there in Wyoming, them folks up there can fix it. But you take a pack car up there, you're going to be done for. You're going to be on YouTube talking about the repair bill for a new engine, $65,000. Looking at us cash truck drivers Like, damn, I don't understand how y'all do it, man. How y'all do it? You can avoid all that by just getting, if you just get the right truck the first time, you can avoid all that nonsense. Do you gotta overhaul the engine? More than likely, it's gonna come a day the engine gonna need to be overhauled. But it's not guaranteed. I got 12.7, I ain't overhauled the engine at all. But one day it may come up. But that one day could be 5 years from now. Shit, I bought my truck in 2022. We in 2025 going in 2026. 23, 24, 25, 20. I'm almost 4 years in. No overhaul. So yeah, the day will come one day, but when? I don't know. I don't know. Now, how much money I made from then to now? It's a long time. It's not guaranteed in 2026 I got to overhaul the engine. So, will you have to overhaul the engine? Yes, that day will come. But guess what? When you become a cash truck driver, you must understand there is absolutely, and I mean absolutely, no more having $0 in the bank account. That's not going. As a cash truck driver, we don't do the $0 in the bank account no more. You got to start getting used to having, $10, $20, $30, $40,000 in the bank account at all times. And I mean, that's when you go out, when you go clubbing. You come back, money's still in the account. You go out the country, come back, money's still in the account. And you probably think, well, wait a minute, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do it. You can have $10,000 in your bank account and have another 10 to blow over in another country. Come back, you done blew 10 over there, you come back and still got 10 in the savings account. You just gotta get used to it. You gotta get used to having money. Why do we need this money for? For breakdowns, to keep the operation moving. You ran a business. This is a business now. That's right, this is a business. Back to the fuel cards. We don't pay pump price. You're gonna have to get your own fuel card. I use Mud Flap, ES Advantage. Matter of fact, if I remember, I'll put up some fuel prices, show you what I pay, my price of fuel up there in the East Coast and down there in Florida and Chicago and all that. I'll try to put some pictures up if I remember. But those are the type of, and that's today's prices. I know regular pump price up in them areas, $5, $4. I don't pay none of that nonsense. All that's for people with high costs of operation. That's who pay those type of prices. People with low cost of operations, I'm talking about everything low for us. We pay down here. We try to pay nothing. If we can get the fuel for free, we try to get the fuel for free too. So, what truck do I recommend? You want the Classic? Now the Classic gonna cost you a little, that's like a premium truck. It's gonna cost you a little bit more than if you went towards like a Century or Columbia. A Century or Columbia, you can pay about $8,500 to about $15,000. A Classic, 15, about $25,000. I saw you looking at one for about $50,000. Stop it. Now come on, PH. Now you gotta remember now if you gonna do this cash truck thing, you got to save this money up and purchase the truck. Okay, we not trying to save $50,000. Now come on, now there's too many other trucks in the lower price range. Now let's not. We got this. Come on now. We got to cut the daydreaming out. You looking at a $50,000 Classic with a cat engine. That cat engine gonna bury your pockets. Okay, that's when you get advanced. Okay, that's advanced. That's for people that already got, that's like a second or third truck. You play with the cat engine. First truck, you need to be down here cheap, something affordable. Honda Civic. I'm trying to get you started with a Honda Civic. You get that $50,000 Classic with that cat engine, that ain't no Honda Civic right there. You up there in some high range, some 50,000. You looking at a Jaguar or some shit. And that's Jaguar prices up there. Nah. And then how you gonna save 50,000? Shit, man, come on now. It's a lot easier to save 8,500, 10,000, 15,000. That's more obtainable. But 50,000, man. I'd rather you just finance a truck if that's the case. Man, before you pay that, just go to Long Mountain. and just get him a down payment, man. Just don't even take that route. Come on now. That first, the truck ain't even worth $50,000, because if you pay $50,000, you still got to overhaul that cat engine anyway. You still got to overhaul the engine. Yeah, no, man. No, we need to stay down here now. Now that's if you want 07 and older. Okay, now if you want the latest greatest shoe shine truck, that's a different route right there. That's just a whole different. That ain't, I tell you, finance a truck, go along mountain some other type of way, and those are not bad routes. They ain't bad routes. Quite frankly, if you hear some flatbed skills, some step deck skills, I may consider, hey, look, maybe just go to Long Mountain if they got a used truck and go lease it on the Landstar. Go lease it on Landstar, go pull a flatbed, and you'll be straight. You'll be straight. When you do get the truck, if the day comes, you're going to be leasing it on. I'm not going to recommend getting no authority in the beginning. You're going to lease it on, try to find a carrier with an 80-20 split. Okay, now with that 80-20 split, the only thing you should be paying for is insurance. They pay the truck they pay the trailer. They pay for the trailer, the insurance, all that. They don't charge you none of that. Except maybe like physical damage, bobtail, occupational insurance. They'll take that out of your check, but that's it. All them other fees, gone. Okay? When you do go to the Dominican Republic, the only thing you should owe these carriers is weekly insurance. And for older truck man, you should only owe about $40 to about $80 a week. Okay, so when you come back, say you stay a whole month, you may owe about $350. Your first load to cover all that, or you just pay that before you even leave. None of that stuff should ever be an issue. This should never be an issue, okay? And that's all you should owe. Just insurance. Unless you get with a carrier where they charge you some type of trailer note, then you owe that. But I'm telling you 80-20 because you're going to avoid all that. You're going to avoid all that. Do I recommend buying a truck that go OTR immediately? Not really. Not really. I think I can't say there's better ways to do it, because y'all got to keep in mind with these, what y'all want to try to drop. See, y'all want to drop these expenses and earn a little bit more money, but it's like y'all done picked the worst time to do it. Y'all done waited till the economy is in the toilet, SNAP cut off, drive-in freight just at an all-time low. Oil field, I don't know if the oil field is any good or not, man, because I was going to say, man, I'll take that truck out of the oil field, and you get some quick money up and fix it up the way you need to be fixed up, but I had to do some research into all that stuff. But now, let me end this topic. We'll come back to this topic in another video, but I must recommend before I get off this video that there are company jobs. I gotta let you know, because I'll be doing you a disservice if I didn't let you know. There are W-2 company jobs, pulling tanker, that you can go and get. They'll let you work 3 weeks on, 1 week off. And I know one particular company, they even fly you out to DR for your week off and fly you back. And that company is LGT Transport. They haul hazmat. I believe they haul cryogenics. It's LGT Transport, 3 weeks on, 1 week off, $2,000 a week. W-2, got all the benefits, 401k. I think they got 401k, I don't remember, but 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and they fly their drivers back home for they week off, fly them back. So that could be an option too if you want to pull some hazmat and stuff like that. And there's other companies out there that's like that. The oil field, some of them jobs are 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So you don't have to necessarily buy a truck to get the home time. You could just simply switch companies, and one of these companies that offer this type of home time, and you won't have anything to worry about. You don't have to buy a truck. But will you have to deal with breakdowns? That's just part of the game. That's part of the game. Cooling hose break off, going to the dealership, having your freedom. All that stuff, that's going to be part of the game. I think it'll be great entertainment, though. I think it's something that, think of it like this. You've been leasing for about 7-8 years, okay? What does it matter if you take 1 year, buy a little cash truck, see how it work out, ride the truck till the wheels blow off, and guess what? If it don't work out, then guess what? At least you tried. At least you tried, then you just go back to leasing. Then you can say, well, man, I tried. I got me a little cash truck, I rode it, and that motherfucker blew up on me, and I back leasing. So, why not try it? Why not try it? Or, like I said, you could take the company job route, too. So, you have to figure all that out, but the main purpose of this video is to tell you about where you can park the truck and then tell you about the fuel cards and what engine I recommend. But, you know, we'll be back with some more content. And the Russians, y'all got to get together, man. Y'all got these drivers folding. They talking about they want home time and they don't want to work they don't want to do these 2 laws. They ain't trying to work. They want their freedom, man. These drivers, they tired of all this working. I try to tell these other drivers, man. These truck drivers, they gonna want a place to live. Man, they gonna want to go home. They ain't gonna want to drive that truck forever, man. Y'all gotta leave that up to Josh. But guess what? Josh gonna pull the plug on all y'all. Josh gonna pull the plug on all y'all. If y'all think Josh will stay in that truck forever, I'm gonna tell you, he gonna run pull you. He gonna run pull you. Y'all gonna be the ones stuck in the truck, not him. He got a place to go. If he stopped driving today, he got a place to go to. He can go get a regular job. He'll be all right. Is that y'all case though? Shit, y'all better, hey man, shoot. Now, look here. Now, let's talk about real quick getting this $15,000. Now, I recommend you PH, you get the $15,000. I got another partner, he trying to get $15,000 over at Super Ego, but he doing that to put down on the house. And I guess I could use $15,000. I think we all could use $15,000. So now we got to figure out what we need to go to get this $15,000. Because it look like in 2026, we got a lot of people need $15,000, huh? We need a lot of $15,000 now. Maybe we can finally work together as black folks now about getting this money, huh? It sounds like to me, everybody got some goals for 2026. My man he trying to get a house. I'm trying to get a house. PH talking about getting a truck. Then he gonna be talking about getting authority. I'm telling y'all right now, I told another driver this. I said, look, if PH get this semi-truck and shit actually go right, it actually start working out. He start making more money than he ever made in his whole life. All you motherfuckers that told him to buy at least a truck for the last 4-5 years, he gonna be ready to slide all y'all underneath a trailer. Yeah. You told him to lease a truck. Hit all these people taking advantage of him. He gonna slide all you niggas underneath the truck, fool.